the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards. Tough.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So just a tremendous play there defensively on this opening drive. Not just to make the interception, but to take it all the way home.
And it felt like this was a defense that was on its heels a bit to start this thing off.
Yeah, they pretty much let the other guys march right down the field until that moment.
Yeah, key play there. Turned it all around. Big moment.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And you wonder, I mean, is it even possible, especially for the quarterback, to mentally reset after that quick of a turnaround?
Well, we're certainly going to find out, aren't we? Because that play will stay in your mind, but somehow you have to compartmentalize. Put it aside, pick yourself up, and get moving in the right direction.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Robinson with another carry. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
On the counter, this is Robinson. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
They run. First carry for Damian Harris. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
Yeah, and you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. Setting up the screen, Harris. And this play comes to a hold at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
St. Gonzalez on for the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
After one, 7-0. Audience. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
50-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And they're on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Mahomes now on first down. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The Seahawks at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they've got to be pleased with the start of this season, obviously.
Yeah, and you're talking about 3 good quality wins. It's got people in the locker room excited, not overly so, but that quiet confidence is starting.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown! Jamison Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. Back to throw here, Herbert. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better, had time to survey the field, and still couldn't find an open receiver.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Taken right about the 40. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the 2nd quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week. Solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That's a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop in.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Mecole Hardman, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
Think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up?
At the 28-yard line.
On second down, this is Harris. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Herbert on 3rd down now. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Herbert throwing again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taking it about the 16. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Mahomes now to throw. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 35. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Mahomes again. Oh, he's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
Step up right now.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
This is unbelievable.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Myles Murphy able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get him much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves him with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
Gonzalez on for the field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And with the deficit down to 15. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not where you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball to the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Now he's loose at the 40, inside the 20. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the Seahawks 4-yard line.
Robinson is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now third and goal.
Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. Now Herbert, third and goal. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down. So now fourth and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? And
he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. Brian Robinson Jr., his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Mahomes to throw on second down. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Mahomes throw brought in by Watson. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and a yard. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot it. It's incomplete.
There are not many times where you might say it's a detriment to have a quarterback with a cannon for an arm, but this might be one of those few times. He just laid that one out there a bit too far, and his receiver couldn't run under it.
Mahomes to throw on third and 1. He had a man open, but he missed it, and it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 completion to incompletion, they're going for more.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on fourth. Here's Mahomes to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
He's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Seahawks.
Mahomes now on first down. He'll buy some time right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Jamison Williams, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that's over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it.
Herbert's throw taken in there by Cooks.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the... Back now in Jacksonville.
Second down and 3.
It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the fourth. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
He's got his target. That's complete. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown, Jaguars.
David Njoku, 56 yards.
And the Jaguars get a bit closer.
Gonzalez good on the extra point as this gets him back within a touchdown and a two-point conversion. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
First down, Seahawks.
Mahomes going to throw.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards that time.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
On first down, Mahomes.
Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it.
It's a big play there for Seattle. 41 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
Alec Pierce.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is up to 15 now.
35. Jaguars 20.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And his throw here is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's DJ. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
There are 2 words that we hear coaching.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era when we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Catch is made by Hardman.
A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now here's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Herbert to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
59. Go.
Herbert. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. Fourth down, 10 yards to go. They snap it to Herbert. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw it here. Touchdown! Mecole Hardman with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Jaguars 20.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now they got to get to the line quickly. From the 50, here's Herbert. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it's 2nd down.
Out of bounds just past midfield.
Herbert. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. The decision made for him. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. He's airing it out for Williams. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And Patrick Mahomes, for all of his artistry and arm angles and what he can do in the short passing game, never forget he's got a cannon as well. He unleashes a big one there, but that time it winds up incomplete.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Set. Let's go.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert.
And that one complete to Hodgins.
And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he's got it. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. One last throw here for Herbert. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
Nobody do it better than me, not incredibly. I do this competitively, uneditably. These falling silent when I